There is a quiet tragedy happening every day. Not in wars, not in headlines, but inside ordinary moments. A person opens their laptop to do meaningful work, and 40 minutes later, they are scrolling through things they never intended to see. Another promises themselves they will finally start tomorrow. Someone else spent an entire day feeling exhausted without doing anything that truly matters. I am Goswami, psychologist and best-selling author. Today, let me tell you something about focusing energy for successful life. What if exhaustion is not coming from doing too much, but from giving your attention to too many things that never deserved it? Because focus is not the ability to concentrate. Focus is the ability to decide what will not own you. Think about sunlight. Soft sunlight warms, but concentrated sunlight becomes powerful enough to ignite. Your mind works the same way. Yet most people are living mentally fragmented lives. A notification, a thought, a memory, a message, a comparison, a new idea. Attention pulled in 1,000 directions until the day ends and nothing meaningful remains except the feeling of being busy. And that is the illusion. Distraction rarely announces itself. It arrives disguised as curiosity, as urgency, as productivity, as just checking one thing. There is an old pattern many of us never question. When discomfort appears, attention escapes. Hard work feels uncertain, so we check our phone. Deep thinking feels slow, so we open another tab. Silence feels unfamiliar, so we feel it. But every escape trains the brain. Each interruption teaches our mind, you do not need to stay. Over time, distraction stops becoming a habit. It becomes identity. You begin believing you are someone who cannot focus. But that's not true. You are never incapable. You are conditioned, and conditioning can be changed. Imagine an athlete preparing for the championship. They don't spend energy on every moment. They conserve. Every breath has purpose. Every action has intention. Elite performance is not intensity all day. It's selective intensity. The same principle applies to your life. Your attention is not unlimited. Every conversation, every argument, every notification, every unfinished thought, every unnecessary decision, this all takes energy from something more important. So ask yourself, what deserves the best hours of your life? Not everything deserves access to your mind. That sentence alone changes everything. One day, you will realize something uncomfortable. You do not lose your life all at once. You lose it in fragments, my friends. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, hundreds of moments surrendered to noise. Until years later, you wonder why your dreams still feel distant. Not because you lacked talent, not because you lacked ambition, but because your attention never stayed long enough to build something meaningful. Focus is not a restriction. Focus is devotion. It is saying, this matters enough for me to stay. Stay with the work. Stay with the discomfort. Stay with the silence. Stay long enough to discover what you are actually capable of. Because extraordinary performance doesn't come from endless efforts. It comes from protected attention. Tonight, before you sleep, ask yourself one question. What has been consuming my attention without earning it? And what would my life look like if I took that energy back? Because attention becomes action. Action becomes identity. Identity becomes destiny. And maybe mastery was never about becoming someone new. Maybe it was about returning your attention to what mattered all along. So protect your focus, not because productivity matters, but because your life is being built wherever your attention goes. Remember, my friends, your future is not shaped by what you care about. It is shaped by what consistently receives your attention. Distractions does not steal time. It steals the version of you that could have existed. All the best.